the era clearly belongs to GCC and GIC. And we are also seeing a phenomenal rise of a lot of startups in India. So we are the third largest startups, in the world over, and 45% of the GCCs world over belongs to India. So in that pursuit, I started a platform called GCC Veda. It's a platform which is not intended to make any profit, but more to bring the GCC leaders like yourself together, so that you can collaborate, you can create mastermind groups, you can cross-pollinate ideas, you can learn, you can share your experiences. And that was the entire intention, to stimulate discussions and maybe grow from there. So in that context, the GCC Veda was launched, and we intend to do monthly series of discussions like this. Today, we want to pick up a very important subject about how to engage these two different worlds, startups and GCC Veda. So we have eminent leaders from across both the sides of the table. So I'll now take a pause here, and maybe we'll go in the order of Preetham first, followed by Anjani, and then Rahul, and then Suvana, Jay, and Avnish later on. So please, if you can introduce yourself, Preetham. Preetham, can you hear me?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
And visible. Okay, so yes, this is Preetham. I lead digital transformation and innovation at Anheuser Web. Been here for almost close to 7 months now. Primarily have an experience around technology, around product development, as well as angel investing. And I'm really was looking forward to this event, primarily because in my role, as well as what I am really passionate about, is the startup ecosystem, and how like in my own capacity, I'm very closely working with a venture arm of Anheuser-Busch, which is working very closely with startups to drive disruptive growth, as well as new opportunities for the organization. And thanks, Suman, for inviting me here.
Thanks, Preetham. It's great to have someone like you in the forum. Anjani, please.
Sure. Hey, thanks, Suman. Good morning, folks. My name is Anjani Kumar, as Suman introduced. I'm the CIO for Strides Pharma. Strides Pharma is a generic pharma company based out of headquartered in Bangalore and Singapore. And we sell niche generic medicines to the outside world. India, we only have institutional market. We don't have any other market. So I had here IT and digital together, and I joined last year. Now going back to, most of my life professional life has been spent in IBM, 14 years, including 6-7 years in US, doing pharma, telecom and media and finance. After that, I was CIO for Safe Express, again, good digital transformation case study from a traditional company to a totally digital powered company in the logistics space. What we did is still being followed by a lot of companies. Then I was in Collabra, which was again pretty low digital penetration in staffing world, and then came to Nissan Motors as a regional CIO for India, Africa, Middle East. And that's where I had the first real touch with the GCC, because we had one Reno Nissan Technology Center in Chennai already. We established another one called Nissan Digital Center in Trivandrum. And I have gone through the ups and downs and all the difficulty when we were establishing that, and then how do you set up the work across the globe to the global captive center. And now in my current role right now is we have a digital shared services, and it is not just IT, but other things are also there, be finance, medical affairs, the validation, computer system validation, so other things. And on a startup ecosystem, I have been one of the few CIOs who has given work to a startup, and as a CIO or decision maker, working with a startup which is really, in nascent phase, it takes a lot of your energy, but when the product matures, you do reap the benefit of that, and then the whole ecosystem does that. And this was one reason when Suman invited, I said it would be a good idea, because I definitely feel a startup is one thing which has a lot of potential in India. Somehow startups don't have enough experience and engagement with enterprise, and that's the missing piece I wish we could solve together. Suman, over to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anjani. I have been witnessing a phenomenal growth of you, and as well as when you were in Nissan, how the entire India came to center stage. The development is happening in Trivandrum. So yes, so we'll continue on that thread. Rahul, can you talk
Sure.
about yourself and your journey?
Yeah, thanks, Anjanesh. Hi, Suman. Hi, all. My name is Rahul. So I lead the infrastructure services as a IT director for Honeywell Transportation Systems, which is one of the subsidiaries of Honeywell. And we are and our specialty is automotives. And when we say Honeywell Transportation System, one of the core product that we do is turbochargers. And we own a market share of 30% across the globe. So that's where we are. This is my second stint in Honeywell. And prior to this, I headed the global digital transformation for Bosch, where I set up the entire automation practice for Bosch globally, and driving Industry 4.0 and various different initiatives within Bosch for smart cities and various things, and automating those back-end systems for them. I also had a good stint with Tech Mahindra. So from a service provider side, wherein I worked with Tech Mahindra way back in 2011, 12 to set up their automation practice for digital transformation and driving automation and transformation within top 50 to top 60 clients within has a service provided by Tech Mahindra. So I think it's a varied experience. And when Suman came to me and he wanted and I think this is the right forum wherein we can bring all this together, all our collective experience, discuss, and form this mastermind group to take this forward. Thanks. That's it. Thanks, Suman, for arranging this.
Yeah. Thanks, Rahul. I've been party, and I have witnessed, the way the entire automation thing started happening in Bosch, and the center of excellence was right here in Bangalore for the Bosch. So thanks for joining in.
Sure.
Sumana, can you talk about yourself, and then followed by Jay?
Hey, thanks, Suman. Hello, everybody. Good morning, and thanks, Suman, for the opportunity. So my name is Sumana. I'm CEO and co-founder of GoAvega Software. I have close to 20 plus years of experience in product engineering space. Since the beginning of my career, I have worked with a lot of startups, MNCs, and building products, taking products live. So started GoAvega in the year 2014. It's been close to 6.5 years now with my co-founders Satyan and Mahesh. So our passion is to build products for our customer, take it to the market, make it stand out in the market online. And our core values are how we can help our customers build the products faster, better, and also being cost effective. That's my quick intro. Thank you, Suman.
Yeah, thanks, Sumana. It's good to have someone like you in the forum, because I've seen the way GoAvega has, from a startup, it has handled and provided value to a lot of companies across sectors and across territories. I would also like to take a moment now to introduce Kumar Avnish from Live in Sense. Avnish, can you hear us? Okay, so Jay, why don't you introduce yourself, and then probably Avnish is joining in.
Okay, super. So if Avnish is already there, Avnish, on the bottom of the screen, centered, you'll see a mic icon. If you click on that, you will unmute yourself, right? So, hey, my name is Jay Chandra. I'm the CEO of Sarcon Technologies. So we are basically a virtual and physical event engagement and management platform, right? So we are a B2B2C SaaS startup. Personally, I have worked for Accenture's R&D labs then worked for Intel, filed a bunch of patents for them. Coming back to SARCon, so I'll focus on the virtual event technology because that's what has taken center stage, because physical events have taken a back seat. They're not going to be any physical events for the next 9 to 12 months, because of which the demand for virtual event technology has skyrocketed, right? So using the technology that we have built, you would be able to take your physical conferences, trade shows, exhibitions, product showcases, employee meets, right? All of that, you'll be able to take it completely online, make it completely virtual, with all the aspects that you had inside a physical event, right? Without having to compromise, you can do everything over there, right? So right from 3D walkthroughs to say, 3D convention halls, right? Or even backstage speaker interaction that happens in a physical event, you can do that on the virtual platform. We have, say, 3D networking lounges, which is known as, say, world cafes, and also, say, virtual booths to network with, the exhibitors, the representatives from the individual exhibitors that have come, right? So of late, we have seen about something on the tune of about 300% month-on-month growth, right, in terms of the interest that we have seen on the virtual events product, right? It's been across, say, 5 continents currently, right? And we also believe that post normalcy, right? That's where the new normal, basically, where you have your physical events come up. What you're going to have is hybrid events, right, which is a combination of physical and virtual, right? So there too, this technology is going to be more relevant than ever. So we won the best MICE technology company award last year. We are an official trading partner of the government of Singapore. We are an NASSCOM 10K startup. And currently, we are bootstrapped and profitable, and you're looking to grow right now, right? And if you just talk about the space we are in, there have been a ton of investments over here, and mostly, very new players that have entered in, right? And we easily have probably the most superior solution in the market right now, right? So, yes, that's my bite.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. I have, I have no doubt that the road ahead is bright, because virtual events are there to, stay and grow bigger. I was impressed by, some of the things that you have called social lounges and others, and I think, they're pretty catchy. Also, it is probably a better response to the likes of Zooms of the world, and with the data privacy and other things that you maintain.